Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you. This week we had the sale of Wrestlemania travel packages where me and my group all jumped in and we chipped in and we bought a package together. We will be traveling to Wrestlemania 32. This will be my sixth Wrestlemania. This will be Ravi's sixth Wrestlemania. I believe this is actually going to be Miguel's seventh Wrestlemania. I can't believe it. But I've been really fired up about this trip. I bought my Southwest airplane ticket the other day on a sale. I got a pretty good deal. If you can go back and you remember my PWG trip from the summer, which fell apart when I was supposed to go to BOLA this year, I actually cashed in on them giving me credit for that airplane trip. So, even though I'd already paid for the other part, I only had to pay $150 out of pocket for my ticket for WrestleMania this year to fly there. So I got a pretty good deal. I have pretty much everything covered except for anything outside of WWE, whether that's going to be WrestleCon, Terry Funk's barbecue, the ROH show, basically everything that's covered. There's going to be a couple things around town that me and my group are going to be doing. We're going to be flying in on Wednesday, and I believe on Wednesday we're looking at going at a Dallas Mavericks game at American Airlines Center, and I think on Thursday, the Stars are going to be playing. I'm not 100% sure if they play at American Airlines Center or not, but we might be heading on over to a hockey game if we don't go to Access. But I've been really fired up. So today, I went in and I really started looking over what's going to be going down in Dallas. I don't have 100% of my plans all set up, but I just wanted to share the research that I went through and I did today for anybody out there who's thinking about coming to WrestleMania. Even though you didn't get a travel package, you're still not screwed. There's going to be a great seat left for you at AT&T Stadium and any of the things that you want to do around town. As of right now, we know that WrestleMania tickets are going to have a general sale November 6th. They're going to be going online 10 a.m. Eastern, even though Dallas, I believe, is in like Central Time or whatever it is there in the middle. WWE is going to be running the ticket sale off of, Eastern Time Zone. So if you live on the East, that's 10 a.m. If you live on the West Coast like me, that's a 7 a.m. wake-up call. I mean, that's one that I'm glad that I don't have to make for these sales. But tickets are going to be running you in between $18 and $1,080 to sit, as close as they'll let you. They are going to be selling what is called a package, but it actually doesn't include anything like the WrestleMania package as well. But this is called a Gold Circle VIP package. This is going to be sold just like it is on Ticketmaster. I believe this is going to be for some exclusive seats where you're more than likely going to be on the television side. But these the Gold Circle VIPs go for $2,360. You're guaranteed to be sitting in the first 8 rows of a WrestleMania. You get your own take-home chair like a normal pay-per-view would be, and you have your own Gold Circle VIP entrance in order to get into the stadium that day. I don't know if that turns you on, but I'm guaranteeing that they're going to sell out. This is a really big deal for Dallas because more than $500 million has been pumped into the local economies of the cities that have hosted a WrestleMania over the past few years. Most people, when they think about WrestleMania, they're thinking about the big events of WrestleMania, Access, NXT, Hall of Fame, and Raw. Of course, there are going to have tons of things going on around town, whether that's WrestleCon, which is going to be held at the downtown Regency. They're going to be having Terry Funk barbecue through morethanmania.com. That's, of course, through WWN. There's going to be a lot of events going down over there. Make sure you look into those. And of course, ROH is joined in pretty much with WrestleCon. They're going to be running at the downtown Hyatt Regency as well. So there's always tons of stuff to do around town. It looks as if the best way to get around Dallas is using the Dallas Area Rapid Transit, which is called DART for short there. I've looked at the DART tracks and I'm not 100% sure on where they are, but it looks like they're very close to where the Hyatt Regency is. They're very close to where NXT and Access are going to be at the Kay Bailey Hutchinson Convention Center, and I believe the American Airlines Center, they run right by there. The only thing that you're not going to be able to get straight to is AT&T Stadium, which is because it's not actually in Dallas. I believe it's actually in Arlington, and that's a good little huff away. WrestleMania is going to the AT&T Stadium, which is in Dallas. This has been a previous host of the NBA All-Star Game, which had over 100,000 fans. The Super Bowl a few years ago, in the NCAA Final Four. So they've been able to host these deals. Honestly, like I said, the DART won't get you there. So unless you're looking at getting a cab, unless you are looking at getting an Uber car, basically what you need to be doing is there is no 100% for sure thing, but if you remember back to WrestleMania 28, what they did for travel package people, and as well as people who bought a ticket to go to WrestleMania Access on Sunday morning, what they did was they threw in a bus ticket, free of charge. You just had to be one of the believe the first 750 people, because I believe they had 3 buses that went straight from Access all the way to WrestleMania, and then returned you back to where Access was once it was all over and done with. If you don't want to take that gamble that they're going to be doing that this year, they are throwing it in for the WrestleMania travel package holders, but I'm not 100% sure if they're going to do it for Access. I'm just bringing up the fact they've done this in the past. There's 2 options that you could go with. One is either through WrestleCon, where they are going to be hosting a party bus that will be taking you from the Hyatt Regency and dropping you off at WrestleMania, picking you up after the show, and then bringing you back for a fare of about $80. And then there's another shuttle which is going to be run through the WWN people, More Than Mania, aka Gabe Sapolsky. Their shuttle is going to be running $50. So I'm not 100% sure what makes one $30 more than the other one. I do know that the WWN More Than Mania bus will pick you up at Edie Dean's Ranch. I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's a hotel, a restaurant. It's just a point of interest in downtown Dallas. But that's the only thing that I would really think that might be a little bit weird, is that you don't really know where you're going. But then again, if you're going to be buying this, you're probably going to be looking into making sure that you're able to get there. But that's a pretty good deal, $50 to get you there and back. Mania is a good little truck away. Like I said, DART won't get you there, so you're going to have to be looking into what you're doing there. Some pretty cool things that I noticed is that the K. Bailey Hutchinson Convention Center is not only going to be hosting Access, it's going to be hosting NXT. But it's not going to be like WrestleMania 29, where basically it was set up in an arena where NXT was wrestling inside of the ring and Access was going on around it. At the K. Hutchinson Convention Center, they have their own basically like stadium. It's a bowl circular stadium all the way in the back of the convention center. It looks like it's going to be hosting NXT, and it should go off without a hitch. The Hall of Fame and Monday Night Raw are going to be hosted at the American Airlines Center, which I know is the home of the Dallas Mavericks, so you should be having a normal host for Raw, and the Hall of Fame should be just a normal, regular setup. For things that are going on around town, WrestleCon is at the downtown Hyatt Regency. They're going to be having their normal convention Friday in the morning, Friday in the PM, and then Saturday morning as well. They're going to be selling 750 tickets to each session at $32 at a deal. And then once those tickets are sold out, they're going to be going for the regular convention price, or the walk-up deal, which is $40 a ticket. I honestly tell you that if you're going to be going, save the $8 per ticket, because if you're going to be going to all 3 sessions, that's $24. And you're going to be throwing away a lot of cash WrestleMania weekend. You don't want to be throwing away cash that you could have saved. That's just the way that it's going to be going down. The Super Show, one of the funnest things that I did last week, is going to be going on Saturday at 8 p.m. This, of course, is going to be going on at the same time as the Hall of Fame. So this might be something that you might want to look into getting a ticket, but not actually buying one. The home of the downtown Hyatt Regency, which is going to be hosting the Super Show, has a little bit of a different deal. You're going to have to buy a ticket. Tickets run, I believe, they were either $75 or $80 to sit in the first few rows. When I looked at them last time, I have no problem going to the show and buying a general admission ticket if I'm going to be going. But keep an eye on this in case Hall of Fame doesn't end up the way that we thought it was going to, with no Sting, no Rock, no Undertaker. If there is no big main eventer or anybody that you're really connected to, the Super Show is honestly the way to go. ROH is going to be running from the Hyatt Regency as well. They have a 7:30 Friday show. I believe that this is the Super Card of Honor, which is their biggest pay-per-views of the year. I thought this show was really, really good when we went to New Orleans, when, of course, they had the ladder war between Adam Cole and Jay Briscoe. Last year's show, it was good. It just wasn't great. I remember I saw Liger, I saw Joe, I saw a guy that I really liked, that I said, this guy's going to be a big star. And then honestly, I've forgotten his name, and I don't even remember what it was. Other than that, I don't think I can really remember much that went down on that show, but it was fun. I just remember that I was really amped up to go to Kaiju Big Battle after. But ROH is going to be filming their television from Dallas. They have a TV taping Saturday at 2 p.m. I know some people that went to the ROH TV taping in New Orleans, and they thought that was a really a truckload of fun. And they liked going to the television. But of course, remember that the party bus is going to be leaving. They're taking you to Mania. The tickets are $80. I think that more than likely these tickets are going to sell out sooner as we get to WrestleMania. So the sooner you know what you're going to be doing, pick up one of these tickets. Of course, another venue which is going to be housing wrestling is from the morethanmania.com group. Definitely tell you should guys go over and check that out. These shows are, of course, going to be Evolve, Kaiju Big Battle, and Shimmer. They're going to be having the Terry Funk's Barbecue, which honestly I don't have as much information about as I wish I did. I've tweeted Gabe. I just DM'd Gabe before starting to make this video. The Terry Funk Barbecue comes with a $25 ticket price. It doesn't say anything if you get to meet Terry Funk, if you get a picture with Terry Funk, if you get an autograph from Terry Funk. It doesn't even say if this, $25 fee gets you food. It might just get you into the event, and then once you get into the event, then you have to buy the food that you want to eat. So this is an event that I'm very interested in. It's going to be held in the Dallas Cowboys Stadium parking lot. So I'm not really even sure how they're going to be able to pull this off, but $25. It is something on my list that I think I want to do, but I'm not 100% sold on it yet because I don't have all of the information. WrestleMania is going to be a fun-ass time. It looks like everything is relatively really close. I've looked up the convention center. I've looked up the American Airlines Center. I've looked up the Hyatt Regency in Dallas. It looks like it's going to be a badass hotel. I think that, WrestleCon got a steal of a deal in order to book this. I think that WWE, honestly, is very, very lucky to be able to get this. I see that just like, it looks like it's about 2 blocks over is the Omni Dallas Hotel. I believe it's another nice hotel. I wouldn't be surprised if WWE is going to be having some people in there. That's right across the street from the convention center. It's 2 blocks down from where WrestleCon is going to be. Like I said, the one thing that you really need to look into what you're going to be doing is how you get to WrestleMania. I don't want people to get there and be surprised. It's going to be a lot like Miami. Everything's going to be in the city of Miami, but you're going to have to truck it out Oregon Trail style to get out to WrestleMania. I don't want to see anybody missing out on this or having to push their pregnant girlfriends on skateboards in order to get there. It is a long way to get there. I've looked it up online. It does not look like it's possible to get from the DART stations as far as the bus. I looked it up online how to do it, and it might be possible. If you can look back at my last SummerSlam trip, I flew there. I was going to take the Los Angeles transportation that was going to be going from there. And then honestly, once I got there, it was me, Mario, and Victor. We just sort of looked at it and just said, fuck this. And we got a cab. And the cab guy, when we were driving us in, just said that basically you don't want to rely on that. Basically, the train station at the airport only gets picked up on an average of about every 2 hours. Just get the cab and get there. When I looked into getting to Arlington from Dallas using DART, you have to take DART all the way to the end of the trails, and you have to get onto a bus, then you have to get off of that bus, connect to another bus, you have to walk to another state. It's just a lot of fucking work in order to get there. All you want to do is in order to be able to get to WrestleMania, and a lot of these things seem like you're going to be waiting on connection after another connection after another connection. One thing leads to another, and you're not at Mania when it starts. So just make sure you get one of these bus deals. These are going to be very reliable. Either see how you can get through it and get a WWE bus, or there's this WrestleCon or this More Than Mania. Like I said in this video like 1,000 times, I'm stressing this big time. You're going to want to look into these buses. You're not going to want to rely on anything else to get you there. So if there are any more questions, you can leave them down in the box. Ask me on Twitter, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Peace out, everybody.